I just basically journaled things that happened. Like, oh, this was interesting this day, or hey, we just, got shot at, or hey, I just lost my best friend, and, I had to process these emotions. What was that like? And then just like, it just kind of journaled the whole experience overseas together, just as a way to tell stories when I got home. And when I went to my deployment, by night, and severe kind of injured a little bit, got sent out of there, but the worst part about that day was that I lost him. He was killed in an explosion. And so that kind of spun this whole process of me going to the hospital, rehab. I was in therapy. He says, can you write down what happened? I wrote everything from the incident. Wrote 6-7 pages. She started crying, kicks me out, and says, go write a book about this. And yeah, so that's kind of how it all happened. So I kind of talked about a little bit what happened with processing my emotions losing him.
So they have therapists over there?
No, I'm talking way down. So like, I got hurt on the ground, they get you on a helicopter, I went to the hospital later, and then they send you to Germany. You're there for a while, then you go to the Warrior Hospital in Maryland. So I was there for 7 days. And
this was like a 2-month process.
Yes. Oh yeah, and then you go, once you get back to your unit, they were like, hey, do you want to get out? And I'm like, no, I want to stay. I want to go back to my unit and train. That's when I kept doing my rehab. I had a lot of physical therapy, a lot of, occupational and mind stuff. So I was at a therapist. And then they were just sitting there talking. They do different things. They make you stare at the lights going back and forth. All these different tactics. One of them is writing down your feelings. So I was able to remember the entire incident. And that's kind of what sparked the whole idea to write a book. And it was all about just the story of me and my dog and experiencing things as a young guy, and experiencing the things I saw from an outsider's perspective. And then also I got hurt, so then I was like being there for them, being able to just immortalize both my dog's memory and the memory of the guys that were with us. And I felt it's super therapeutic for other people, whether it was other veterans, family members, whoever it is that I wanted to be something that I wish I brought a couple just in the bed yesterday.
I'd rather buy it.
I'm a very hard salesman. I can get away like crazy.
I think not only with soldiers and military, I think a lot of people really give themselves the time to process what actually is these situations. But like what you described, that specific story, how traumatic it can be, I don't think people put themselves in that. They're like, oh yeah, they're okay, whatever, I don't want to think about it. You see people come back to the military, oh, thanks for your service, you have all your limbs, so you're okay, and then we go about our day. And that's not right.
I was that normal guy too. I didn't grow up in the military. I was around it. I think this is what most people do with this, but I didn't know that hospital existed. I didn't know there was a hospital that took care of people overseas. That thing. And then the one wing of the whole building, the whole floor was overfilled with people. It was just
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, it's like
That's the stuff I'm talking about.
yeah, it's like you see Washington Pearl Harbor and they have to like throw extra rooms out because like you need to make room for these guys to come in. It's like I couldn't believe that it even existed, and I didn't know. So I think it's an educational thing. And again, they don't have the people around. Air Force now to shut down because they're worried. But yeah, it's just a matter of what you don't know, you don't know, and it's just that's why part of this is just educating. I want it to be part of history.
And that's what
Get
I'm
it out
saying,
there,
too.
just keep talking about it, like you said, seeing things in a different light. Like I wanted to basically have something that just lasted forever.
Any event that's going on like that, instead of just saying that's horrible, let's consider the people, let's consider like the tragedy, what happened. It's always some sort of point. Oh no, there's conspiracy this. Let me tell you about this. In my opinion, this politically, you're like, everyone's like, can we just focus for once on just the root issue? We're talking about here, the root issue is
Which I boiled down to there's no politics, there's nothing else. That's why that's exactly what war is. That's what things go on in their own hometown. It's just good people have all the time.
900%. And that's why again, suicide awareness month passing. Just because suicide awareness month passed, I don't see why it shouldn't be here. If there's anyone out there feeling that way, and again, we were talking, there's a way out. So always a way out. Alfred Rangers standing strong in college. So there, you're using like living the dream right now.
session, go to 1077thebronx.com/mental fitness to listen to our previous episodes and continue to train your brain. Now let's get back to something else that can help your mental health. Listening to the biggest hits and the best variety on 1077 The Bronx.
Ooh, child, I missed this. 1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com, winner of 3 Intercollegiate 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Media Awards, Best Honor Pledge Drive for our first ever radiothon, Best Giveaway for Wake Up Riders, Morning Bagel Run and Jewelry Spree, and Best Station Poster by Jake Jobel for Scream Screen. No, I didn't tell you to zoom in on me. I didn't tell you to zoom in on me, camera. Oh, God. Dude. Great. Now I didn't even introduce myself, and now it's already messing up. Ugh. Stupid camera. Oh, my God. Do I mention... Yo. How in the world do I... Okay. This camera's gonna be the death of me. Let me all right. Before I fix this camera, and this is gonna be its own problem, let me just say, it's Friday. It's 7 o'clock not even on the dot. It's 9 minutes past, but who really cares? You're still here, hopefully. But guys, welcome back to another installment of a Random After Party. Clap it up for making it past another week. Yay, you did it. You did it. You actually succeeded and not, gone down the path of doing something idiotic. Oh, there we go. Whew. There we go. We're back. And yeah, you did it. Congrats to you. Now you gotta sit through my random nonsense for an hour. Well, almost an hour. We'll see where this goes. But that's the beauty of it. Watching me completely drop the bucket while live. And then making fun of me for it. But let's get right into it. It is a Random After Party, like I said. I am your host, Marcus Cully. As you can't see on the little lower third. And yeah, I think I got a good idea of what this episode's gonna be about this week, because I got a lot of good details. I got a lot of good details on what to say, what I shouldn't say, but probably might, depending on how this episode goes. But we're gonna figure it out. So stick with me here. But before that, you know how things go. I gotta explain what this whole shindig's about, and then go into my shout outs of the week. So first things first, if you don't know what this show is all about, a Random After Party. I sit down in front of a camera on the radio or on live too, talking about whatever I feel like with whatever I feel like this week. But I do have creative liberty, but there are some things I cannot talk about. That's just how it goes when you're on the radio, a student-run radio station. But what can you do? You just gotta play by the rules and just live to fight another day. No, that's not what I mean. Now it's gonna track me. Is it gonna track me? It is gonna track me now. Yay, that's fun. That's fun. Let me just stop getting distracted about the camera. And yeah, that's pretty much it for what this show's about. It's plain and simple. Thanks for tuning in, at least. And let me get into the shout-outs of the week. God, it honestly feels like I've gotten worse because I haven't done this. I skipped a week because last week was spring break. So bear with me if it doesn't sound like, I'm up to date. I'm up to speed on things, because I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. But Well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Shout outs of the week, though. Let's get right into those because I've been begging to get these shout outs done and out of the way. And, these ones are kind of important to me because they have been the most or most impactful things I've done this week. So if I don't shout them out, then what am I even doing? So shout out number one goes to my my friends down in Centennial Hall, which is the dorm that I reside in. They hosted a game night, Centennial game night, which consisted of the upstairs lounge being just board games and everything, and the downstairs lounge, get this, being a full-fledged Super Smash Bros. Tournament. I'm going to tell you this right now, that Smash Bros. Tournament was the most fun I've had in a while. I'm gonna be real with you, because I haven't played Super Smash Bros. In a long time, nor have I shown how good I am. Which, let's be real, I'm not that good at it. You can ask my brother; he's better. He's more like I wouldn't want to say competitive, like in a competitive side, but I'm more of a casual player than a competitive Smash Bros. Player. But still, that does not mean I didn't go in there and try to fight with all I knew. Me and my Dark Pit, and the one move that I spammed relentlessly, which is, if you don't know, he has this one attack. I think it was a side B. Is it a side B? It is a side B. It's just electroshock where he just has this big, what even is it? He just uses it as a fist and just uppercut somebody. But, yeah. Somehow I moved on to the quarterfinals. And then I got my butt handed to me by a Bowser main. Did I see that coming? Yeah. Because I played against that when I was played against that same Bowser main when I was warming up before the tournament. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? But hey, that doesn't mean I didn't have fun. Although everyone was yelling at me during my match, but yeah, I had fun. Everyone had fun. A lot of things that night. That night was a good night. It was a good night. Not really much else happened. Well, not much that I can say in public, but but those are details to be determined later. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you the info, but I honestly can't. I'm sorry. You want me to spill gossip on my day off? Stop. You're lucky I'm even here. Well, I'm lucky I'm here. I almost fell asleep through this whole thing. I just remembered I gotta be there by 6:45. But another thing. But like I said, shout out number one goes to the Smash Bros. Tournament and the game night. Thank you to my friends who also live in Centennial for pulling this up. I did post them on my story. I tagged 2 out of 3 people who helped plan the event. The third person I didn't tag literally texted me while I was trying to sleep, and it was just like, so why didn't you tag me in this Instagram story as well? I was like, my fault, OG. I ain't even realized. It didn't cross my mind, and I apologize heavily. I'm starting to run out of time before my underwriting announcement. So let me get this short. Second and last shout out of the week goes to my friend. Well, if you haven't heard of one of the other members of the radio station, Jaden Foreman, he invited me to help out with being a crew member in filming his film project, which, I found it to be really, interesting, considering like the two nights we already filmed, we were literally up till 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning, just tired, like really tired. And I like nothing against him. That's just how, film shoots go, so far, just to get, certain scenes in certain areas. But I was helping out with the sound. I was recording sound for him, just to get all the actors' voices and like, the audio. What was it? The audio? Not the audio, but like the background audio. That's what it was. Whew. But yeah, and the thing is, I gotta go back there. I think I'm gonna go back there again tonight. I have to, because I did promise him that I was going to, and if I break that promise, it's gonna make me seem like a liar, and I don't want it come off as a liar. So I'm not gonna break that promise. And I'm just gonna, show up, help for as long as I can, and just do what I do best, which is, record the audio. And it should be a small shoot. It should be like a small film day too, considering it's just one actor. But you never know. You never really plan with these things. So, God. That is all for my shout-outs of the week. The random shout-outs of the week. Clap to it. Ding, ding. Why did I do that? Ugh, I gotta stop doing random stuff, that's too random for this after party. But then again, if I didn't do that, it wouldn't have fit my whole motif, should I say. But I will say this. What the? What in the? Yo. Oh boy. It just yeah, someone over here just doing this whole thing. What? Oh my God. I gotta stop being. It's hard to not be distracted by things when it's all happening around you. But where was I before I got, confused and interrupted? All right, underwriting announcements. I will explain what this episode is going to be all about after the underwriting announcements, so stick around to listen for more. So hang tight. Please hang tight. Oh, wow. Spring is finally here, and so is 1077 The Bronx Excellent Egg Hunt. Join the Bronx on the Campus Mall on Tuesday, March 31st at 11 a.m. to experience the event we won Best Giveaway for at the 2025 IBS Media Awards. There are 10,000 eggs, 20,000 pieces of candy, and a chance to win almost $40,000 in prizes, including our biggest and most iconic prize, a Royal Caribbean cruise to the Bahamas, provided by Josh Harry Travel, and a 1.77 carat diamond pendant from Peroni's Hidden Treasures? Dude, if you don't go there, I might take that prize for myself. That's just me, though. For all the deets, including everything to do and eat, go to 1077thebronx.com/egghunt. We'll be back with more of a random after party after these underwriting announcements on your 3-time 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Media Award winner, 1077 The Bronx.
Eggs. You like them, you love them, unless they make you fart, in which case you probably eat them anyway.
7:30 p.m. For tickets and more information, it's catcharisingstar.com.
Ooh, that sounds fun. 1077 The Bronx has very exciting news. You may have already heard this before, but you're going to hear it again because we have to say this every time we come back from the underwriting announcement. Don't blame us, but, let us do our job. Our new video stream is officially live. Now you can listen to The Bronx on air, online, and on the app, and watch your favorite student shows now live on The Bronx YouTube channel and Facebook at 1077 The Bronx, including Writer Ranks, which you might have heard not since 2 hours ago. O-Dog Garden Salad, a Random Afterparty, you're watching it right now, Beyond the Score, and now Wake Up Writer. Keep it tuned into The Bronx to listen to and now watch your favorite student shows. Welcome back to Random Afterparty on your 5-time National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Radio Award nominated station, 1077 The Bronx. Ye child, we are here. Oh my God, I'm tired. You ever get, this week, I'm going to be real with you. This week has been, and I want to stress this by saying this week has been draining, considering I went to bed only, 3 times this week? I went to bed in a reasonable time 3 times this week, which, it's not good, but what are you gonna do? What are you really gonna do? Anyways, hey, I just had a lot on my plate this week. That's all. I got done my work. I got done my, school. I got done my, I'm not done my help, but, at least let me try to, get there. But it's been a week. Is it hot in here? Why is it 70 degrees in here? Oh my God. Yeah, I know I can still do it. Watch. Thanks for telling me, I guess. Yeah, let me get into today's episode. What is this episode gonna be about? Let's figure it out together. I'm kidding. I already know what it is. It is... Can they hear that? Can y'all hear that? The little mini drum rolls I had under the microphone? If you can't, I'm sorry. They still won't teach me how to use hotkeys. And I really desperately need them to. But, that's going to be its own problem. For next week, or whatever week, they'll be free to do so. But this week's episode, I will say, is... Well, if you expected it, it's just gonna be about like the events of why this week has been such a drain for me. Considering all the events that went through this week, all the events that transpired. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the events that transpired this week, and all the times I almost lost my sanity. In a way. Not because, it got too chaotic, but it kind of got me to a point of overstimulation where I had to calm down using Wii Party music, right? The one that goes, no, 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 like that music right there. I had to play that in loop that entire morning to just calm myself down, which surprisingly worked. Surprisingly, it worked. I'm not questioning it, but hey, what are we gonna do? So, let's talk about it. What was some of the things that did happen to me this week that I can, fully talk about that I didn't sign an NDA over? Okay, where do I start? This week? Which made the most, impact? What was it? Oh, right. The obvious thing being the film shoots. the film shoots I had to go out to help with, because it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, right? I had, like, my class had to, start filming this week and be done by April Fool's Day, which I really hope is a joke, so he can make the whole bit on it, saying, "Oh yeah, we're giving you more time to help." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." It hasn't happened yet, but I'm praying he gives us more time, because there are still moments where I need to. There's still scenes that I need to record for my movie personally, and everything's just like set into place. I was helping like I said during my shout out of the week, I was helping my friend with this movie. It was him and his brother was on the cameras, and I was on the I was on sound, and then I had another friend who was in our class that helped with the light fixtures. And it was good. It was a good setup. I posted about it saying, hey, there were nights where we had to film across the soccer field, like the road across the soccer field, and the road behind one of the residential halls. Let me tell you, that night specifically, I think we all lost it, considering how much we stayed there. We stayed there till 1, and we wanted to leave, but what were we to do? And it got to a point where, like, every take, like, during some time would get interrupted because a car would be passing by, and then At first it was like, not that bad, considering all the equipment was like down to the side near the sidewalk and everything, so they wouldn't run into it. But when it started hitting like 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, we started to make fun of, started a little bit, cuckoo about it, because that one dance, the scuba dance, like that one, yeah. Jeez. But it was a whole. It was like every time a car would come passing by, right? We'd always yell, "Oh yeah, oh there's a car," and like the cameraman, like which was like the director's brother, was like so like. It was like, this would be funny to do if the car was passing by. See, he was just like going up, looking at the car. He was just like, scuba. I started dying of laughter because I did not get a chance to record. Here's the thing, because that was such funny behind the scenes moments that I didn't have a chance to record because I was still holding all the stuff for the sound, and I was just like, yo, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? That was on me. Luckily, we did get that scene done in time. They are setting up currently. They're currently setting up their next, one of the first scenes in a while. Not in a while, but like right now. Like right now as we speak, they're setting up. It's like 7:37. It's 7:37? What? What do you mean it's 7:37? Okay. Don't make me. Okay. Oh my God. Oh no. So all right, I gotta stop looking at my phone because other people keep on distracting me. Stop it! I'm on live. Stop trying to distract me from my stories. Let me get my situation done. Let me get my whole story done and out of the way. The next day, we went out for filming, which was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday of this week. We were in a shed. Because public safety has this shed where they keep the golf carts and everything. So they asked in advance to say, hey, can we use the shed to play? Can we use the shed to like for a scene? I was like, yeah, y'all can do that. And I was like, okay, cool. So 7 o'clock rolls in. I go out. I come from my room, walking down, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the shed. I'm like, what? And the whole thing was they had to get everybody. They had to set up 2 hours in advance, because it was supposed to be like this whole makeshift bunker type deal. And it was like there was this whole dinner scene. There's a whole dinner scene where we had to use like a table. Use a table to like what was it? Table for them to eat. Let me tell you, we made that table out of little arts and crafts. There was traffic cones and then some little barriers that we just put together and just stacked on top of on the traffic cones, and then put bed sheet and just put blankets over it. And somehow it worked for a good while until one of the actors, I'm not naming names, but the guy who played what was it? What was one of the characters' name? Oh, let me think. And the butler guy decided to slam on the makeshift table so hard to the point where it broke, right? It's so hard to, like, it broke. And we had to still film the scene as they were fixing the table. I was like, yo, let me know. I was like, dude, we can't. And I was lucky, and we were lucky, he was lucky that it was the last thing we had to film before we had to put everything back. And my God, we got through it. Luckily, we got through it. Hey, kudos to everybody who was part of it. You know, why am I saying kudos? As if it was my movie. It's not, but I'll talk about my movie later. Probably next time, but you know, that'll be its whole thing. What was it? What was another thing I was gonna talk about? Oh, I got interviewed this morning. Not this morning, but like this afternoon, like around 12 to 1 o'clock, I believe. I was eating lunch with some friends of mine, and this one guy I knew was helping to get, like, you know, interviews about, like, you know, what the writer experience has been like for people, and trying to get, like, you know, feedback for like his little his club, this club that he's building up, which was supposed to, like, you know, help better the writer community, which was its main goal. Which honestly is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. So, and I help with the interview. I talk about some of the things I liked about the writer community so far, some of the things I didn't like about the writer community, you know. Gave him a good and honest feedback about, like, what the school could do better, what the school it already does really well on top of it. But hopefully, you know, I might bring him here next week. Maybe I'll be, no maybes. I did promise him that he would pop up onto the show sometime during the semester, and since the weeks are winding down and I only have 6 weeks left, yay. And I did promise that I would bring him over here to help. And yeah, and so stay tuned for that episode, because he might, you know, drop some more knowledge on it, considering to what I know already. So, hey, another club for the Writer University community to look forward to. So, there's that. It's 7:43. What else can I talk about? Oh, yeah. Another one of the shout-outs that I did talk about, but, you know, very briefly. The Smash Bros tournament. Yeah, literally the best part of my entire week by far. And let me tell you, what turned into a good night turned into a questionable night and turned into a night where I started to get really not rage baited, definitely not rage baited, but I got heated to a point where I might have went in my room, went to like this something random and just started screaming profusely. I promise you I'm fine. Let me explain. I promise you I'm fine. It was just something was happening, you know, outside, beyond people's control, and I don't know. Like, some people were getting uncomfortable about it. We were talking about it, you know. It got to a point where like a couple of us got heated. Me included a little bit. No. Oh, it stopped. I thought it was gonna continue tracking me. Thank you, camera. But yeah, it got to a point where a couple of us got heated, so we had to talk about it in a different room. While the events in question were still happening. And that's its own little dilemma I'm gonna leave, you know, privately for me and a couple of my friends who know about this well. Because let me tell you, if it's gonna start doing something like, hey, nah, I can't, like, I was almost about to say it, but I can't. I realized that I can't. But that whole Smash Bros tournament, it was really fun. A lot of people I knew pulled up to it. Not just from everyone who lived in Centennial. People I knew from there's people who were around the school pulled up to it, and it was really fun. And it got really chaotic really fast. And let me tell you, some of the good matchups that were happening, let me tell you, we got really wow. I can't even say it. It was just crazy. It was crazy, but the guy who won the whole thing, no one took a life from him. No one took a stock from him, not once. Kudos to him, but still, why? You set us up with you set us up with a plan to lose. You set me up with a plan to lose. Do better on deciding who to battle. Oh, it was their first time, so. But it's 7:46. I gotta go to underwriting announcements soon, and then I gotta end the show in a couple of minutes. But I gotta read these underwriting announcements soon. Right now. Not soon. Right now. What am I talking about? All right. So stay tuned after these. You know, don't go anywhere. Please. I need the people to watch this. It's not every day we get to be a hero, so we're giving you 2 days to be a hero to 3 people all at one time. Announcing 1077 The Bronx annual Spring for Life blood drive, Wednesday and Thursday, April 8th and 9th, in the BLC Cavallo Room. Everyone who attempts to donate blood will get a pair of tickets to a Trenton Thunder game or passes to Sky Zone in Hamilton. At the end of the drive, 2 lucky Bronx will each score a $100 Visa gift card for being our hero. Bless your kind souls. To schedule your appointment to donate blood to go to our website at 1077thebronx.com/spring for life. We'll be back with more of a random after party after these underwriting announcements. While you're waiting for the return of my show, follow the Bronx on Instagram at 1077thebronx and on TikTok at 1077thebronx WRRC. Would you please and thank you.
Wake Up Riders Morning Bagel Run and Jewelry Spree on physicians, nurses, and staff, as well as advanced technology.
Oh boy, this one's gonna be fun. If you build it, our writer Bronx will devour it.
Devour it!
Jesus Christ. Introducing the contest that will cement your legacy at Rider University forever. Announcing 107.7 The Bronx first ever Build the Ultimate Bronkwich competition. Be the Bronc who creates Ryder's new signature sandwich to be served at Muller's Pub and on the Yo Cuz Yellow Food Trailer. And we'll send you and a guest on a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 to the Bahamas.
Me and Marcus are going on that cruise, by the way.
No, we're not.
We're sharing one bed.
Courtesy of Josh Harry Travel. However you slice it, this contest eats Bronx. Go to 1077thebronx.com/buildabronkwich for details on how you can enter to win. Welcome back to a Random After Party on your Princeton Reviews number 18 ranked best college radio station, 1077 The Bronx. God, now I gotta do production.
OMG. Hey, y'all.
What was it?
It's late 10.
Is your mic even on?
Yes, I can hear myself.
Okay. Well,
OMG, hey, y'all, it's late 10, and yes, I crashed this after party, and now I am here, and you know, Marcus loves to portray this image that he doesn't like me or that he hates me.
This is my worst personal nightmare.
We all know he really, really loves me. It's like I'm SpongeBob and he's Squidward. Like deep down, he really enjoys my company, but he never wants to admit it. It's like I'm Leonardo and he's Raphael. Like he's like
blah, bro.
Keep in mind that me and Marcus have been on a film set for the better half of this week. And literally, like, we spent so much time together, like, period.
Okay. Yeah.
Marcus, I have a topic I think we should talk about.
I don't know. I don't even know what you're going to talk. Can it even be said on the radio station?
I don't know, but we'll find out.
No.
If we get fined, then we'll
What do you
find
mean
out.
if we get fined? I don't want my show to get fined.
So, Marcus.
What do you mean?
Let's talk about this.
Don't do this.
Why did the PlayStation 5's prices get upped by $100? Now, instead of it being $5.99 for a PS5, now it's $6.99.
Why is it $6.99?
Because of the wars going on.
The console wars? Like,
who's getting blown up right now?
Okay, well, you know, don't.
It's the recession.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the camera goes to me. Oh my god, hi. Ooh, and this lighting's so good.
Yo.
Wait, Marcus.
I will take your camera privileges away from you if you keep on doing this.
Why do you sound like my non-existent dad? Because he left, if you didn't know.
Oh my god.
This tastes good. Anyways, so I have a question. What was your favorite Pokemon game growing up?
Pokemon game?
Yeah, did you play Pokemon?
I did play a couple of Pokemon games, but that was like on my brother's Switch and everything.
Switch?
Yeah.
You were that old when you started playing Pokemon games?
Well, you know, I didn't really get into it when it was like way later. Because last time I had, you know, seen a Pokemon game, it was like, you know, on my brother's 3DS or 3DS or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was like Pokemon Black.
I played Pokemon Black. I love Pokemon
White.
Black.
What was it? What were the other ones? I could pull it up.
We gonna search it up right now.
Pull it up.
Bringing back our childhoods right now.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Exactly. And you know, this is why whenever Leighton gets in the stew, it gets popping. Because I bring up the real topics. I was gonna bring up a topic that I talked to him about off air, but he told me if I brought it up, I would get 20 lashings. And I do not want that today.
When did I ever say that?
See, he's trying to save face.
When
and
did I
pretend
ever
like
say that? You can't.
Exactly. You said you were gonna give me 20 lashings.
I did not say I was gonna give you 20 lashings. Don't spew lies.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm sorry. He didn't say 20. He actually said 30.
I didn't even say lashings, period. What are we talking about here? Yo, don't look at
Think about it. Do y'all believe the eternally 18 but spent 20 years on Earth person? Or do you believe this? How old are you? 12?
Oh,
this
no, my brother texted me the real reason why. My brother texted me the real reason why the PS5 prices are getting up. Apparently, it's
Hi, brother.
AI data processors that's pushing up the prices.
Are you serious?
Yes.
From what I saw it's because of the recession and because of the current Iran thing. That's what I was told. But I mean, why are they putting AI processors in a PS5?
I don't know, bro.
Why
does AI even exist? What? Like,
I feel like this. I feel like it's low key giving like Detroit Become Human. If you play that game, do you know what that game is?
I know what Detroit Become
Human
is.
So like, I feel like AI was created to serve as a tool,
right?
And then humans just over time became more reliant on it, and then now it's becoming its own thing rather than just a tool. Like in Detroit Become Human, androids were used as like tools and resources. Like an example, if you don't have a babysitter, your android could watch your baby. Or if you need to go out and get groceries but you're running short on time, your android could go do it. But as time went on, they started relying on them more and started treating them badly. And then as time went on, they gained consciousness and gained essentially thinking for themselves. And that's what AI is doing right now. Like AI can talk to you with its own personality.
All right, he's saying there's no AI in the hardware. It's just the hardware. It's just the hardware itself is more expensive because of the demand for AI.
I need your brother to guest on this show. I want to have an extensively long conversation with him about video games.
Oh, he'll pull up. I'll tell you right now, he'll pull up.
How long is your show?
It's supposed to end right now, in fact.
Hi guys. That's my wake up rider voice.
Oh my god.
That's my wake up rider voice.
Dude, oh my god.
That's my wake up rider voice, guys.
Okay. Well, let me just end on this note because I am taking up
I will
as
be
much...
back next week.
No, you won't.
And Marcus will get his brother, and me and his brother are gonna talk about video games.
My brother, what was it? My brother lives in Chicago.
Chicago. Have you seen Victoria?
I have seen Victoria.
So do you know where that's from?
Yes, I do know where that's from.
Oh, so you know Ball.
I do know Ball.
Sam and Cat's a better show, though.
All right, but let me actually finish it. Let me finish
I'll let you finish it.
All right, cool. All right. Well, it's 8 a.m. 8 p.m. God, I'm already messing up. Jeez. All right, it's past 8. A minute past 8. We gotta wrap this up because you got a Tri-State Sports Ramble to listen to, courtesy of John Coiro. He's right over there. He's right outside the building.
Even though John hates me, Did you know that? John
yo,
hates me.
Don't spew lies.
It's factual.
Yeah, all right, but still, thank you guys for listening to a Random After Party. We will be back next Friday from 7 to 8. Stay tuned for more of the biggest hits and best variety on the Princeton Reviews, number 18 best college radio station, 3-time 2026 IBS Media Award winner, and 5-time NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year. 1077 The Bronx.
1077thebronx.com.
This is what I gotta deal with. This is what I gotta deal with every day.
And he likes it.
He's not. The camera's not even on you. All right. See you guys.
From Rider University